Where do emotions come from? And why should you care? In this conversation, you will gain clarity on these questions and also will be able to practically apply consequences of having clarity in these questions. For example, being able to sell your products to your prospects, being able to sell your vision to your employees, being able to teach honest and kind living to your children. Wherever you want to communicate, your ability to communicate effectively will be dependent on your ability to manage and regulate your emotions. However, I assume you don't want to be in business of micromanaging your emotions for the rest of your life. So it begs the question, where do they come from? Because if I can address the source of where the emotions come from, I can control them from the source. Doesn't that sound very valuable? And let me share. My personal belief is you create your emotions. That means you are in control. Let's address the obvious question. Is this really true? Is this absolute truth? Can I be certain? An honest answer, no, I have no clue if this is actually true. And actually, we live in a universe where only thing we can be certain of that we are certain of nothing. That we don't even observe objective reality. We are incapable of observing objective reality. And according to quantum physics, we actually create our reality. Quantum physics yet doesn't say that we create it. However, it does say that we observing it influence it. So our observation on its own is affecting reality. And I would go as far as saying we create it by observing it. So, okay, so we create our emotions. What does that mean? Well, it means that as you create them, you can uncreate them. That means you are in full control. But instead of spending next few minutes of trying to convince you that this is right, this is the best thing ever, and you should believe it, let's just explore both options. For example, let's say you create emotions. As I mentioned, what does it mean? It means you are in charge, you created them, you can uncreate them, you can create any emotion what you like. Sounds good, right? I'm in power, I can do whatever I want. Awesome. Let's compare it to other option. You don't create emotions. Okay, so you're not in charge of them. Maybe you have some control over them, but then again, there's always this outside force which can dump infinite emotions on you, and you're in a kind of a victim role. At worst, that you're basically victim to this outside force which can choose to dump any emotions on you, and you have no control over that. Maybe influence at best, or you're still in this catch-up game of trying to plead or trying to influence this outside force. Hopefully you have any influence. It doesn't sound too positive, or doesn't sound too empowering. So it's like, and then the next question is, okay, do I have a choice which reality I want to live in? Do I have a choice between these? Like, because if I don't have a choice to choose that I prefer this one and I want to have reality where I create my thoughts, then there's no point of discussing it, this, right? And actually, Bible says that you do have a choice. Bible says explicitly, as you believe, so shall it be done unto you. And even Henry Ford said it, whether you believe you can or cannot, you're right. Both of these quotes point to the same conclusion, that your beliefs dictate creation of your reality. Therefore, if you believe you are creator of your emotions, you will experience universe where you literally are creator of your emotions, that you have control over them. However, there's a caveat. If you believe that you have no full control over your emotions, you will experience that too. If you believe you cannot control your emotions, you will experience it. Let's say, let's get rid of this emotion, let's get over this idea, and adapt this idea. I am control in my emotions, and I create my reality according to my beliefs. How does that sound? Sounds empowering, right? And that's what I'm here to show you, that you create emotions. And the question arises, why should I create negative emotions? Why should you? Why am I once in a while creating emotions, negative emotions? Why am I in this experience? Very good question. And how I like to approach this is from perspective of conscious mind and subconscious mind. So yes, you may not be always consciously creating all these negative thoughts, also positive thoughts. Sometimes you're just happy for no reason at all. Happens, right? You can be sad for no reason at all. So you can be both for no reason. Very good point. Because for you to create emotion, any positive or negative, you don't need to have a reason. You just need to create and know how to create. On the opposite end, sometimes you have no clue where they're coming from. And you may come to idea that, oh, if I don't know where they're coming from, I'm not responsible here. Not true. You're still responsible. It's in your subconscious. It's something you're not aware of it. It's still within you. So, and because it's still within you, you still have domain and authority over it. You just have to put your unconscious awareness on it, explore it, take ownership, and deal with it. It's like business owner. Things happen in your company without your full consciousness. Employees work, they deliver. You're not always aware of what they do. And sometimes things happen. You have to come in, ask what happened, gain information, and then give feedback and make sure everything runs smoothly from now on. Same happens with your subconscious. You come in, you sort out situation, you set it right, and show goes on. Everything goes on from there on to your liking, to your preference. And that's what we're here about. We're here to take ownership of our emotions, acknowledge that we create them, and set them towards more love and more self-love. Because since emotions come from within, the most important emotion is self-love. Why self-love? Bible says God is love. So basically, self-love is creative force. So you create by allowing yourself love from within. And as within, so without. And that's why I believe self-love is the most powerful emotion in the universe. Because as Bible says, God is love. And if I can have love within, I can pour it out towards without, I can project it, I can share it, and therefore I'm in control. I'm in control of my reality because I love. I love myself and I love you. So let's go into the practice to practice acknowledging your emotions and creating the ones that we prefer. Get ready, find a comfortable place, and let's get started. Welcome to Who Creates My Emotions Meditation. Find a comfortable place where you feel safe and undisturbed for the remainder of this soul activation. Relax your physical body, close your eyes, and go within. Keep breathing through your heart for the remainder of this practice. As you breathe, be observant of your breath and your heart. Keep breathing, and with each exhalation, allow yourself to relax more and more with each exhalation. Allow yourself to release any tension or physical discomfort. Relax your eyes and soften your gaze. Relax your face. Loosen your jaw. Relax your neck and shoulders. Be still and breathe. Release any tension. If you need to move, move. If you need to stay still, stay still. Enjoy the present moment. Observe and keep bringing your attention back to your heart gently and observe. Notice what you notice and notice any physical sensations in your body. Allow them to be. Just observe. Notice any thoughts. Notice where your mind is going, what is paying attention to. And ask yourself the question, who is choosing what I focus on? Who is choosing the thoughts? You are. You are. So choose your thoughts wisely. Now pay attention to your emotions. Notice any emotional reaction or sensation. Allow yourself to feel. And as you feel, set intention to connect deeper and stronger to pure place in your heart, full of unconditional and unlimited love, available to you right now. So keep breathing and allow yourself to feel unconditional love flowing straight from the pure place in your heart right now. Observe and allow yourself to feel anything and everything. And ask yourself, who is creating my emotions? Where are they coming from? Are they coming from within or without? Observe and take ownership of your answers. If they come from without, then you have power to cut the supply. If they come from within, then you have power to cut the supply. Regardless where they come from, you have the power to create those emotions you prefer. By discovering the actual source of emotions. So ask again, where are these emotions coming from? Who is creating them? Why are they creating them? Keep breathing, listen, and accept your answers. And acknowledge and remind yourself that you are in full control of choosing your thoughts, creating your thoughts, choosing your feelings, and creating your feelings. As you can imagine any situation, any memory, you can also create any emotion just by remembering a fun memory, joyous memory, loving, kind memory. Just by imagining, you can create your emotions. Therefore, it begs to reason that any emotion gets created by conscious or subconscious imaginings. And since you are in control of what you imagine, you are in control of your emotions. By changing what you consciously and subconsciously imagine, what you believe in your heart to be true. So believe in your heart that you are always irreversibly connected with a pure place in your heart. Always available to open your heart to unconditional and pure love flowing from within. So allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to feel whatever arises, knowing that each and every emotion contains love within it. You just need to unpack it like a gift. So feel it, enjoy it, shower it with love until it becomes clean and enjoyable. You create your emotions, so decide what you want to create. And I suggest be thankfully present. Thank you, thank you, thank you.